Hello, this is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com here with the wrap up for my Gruul Dragons in Modern featuring Questing Druid. We just finished our league and I'm having to re-record the wrap up, which is the first thing I want to say. I want to apologize to my match 4 and 5 opponents and my viewers. The sound was not working the entire time I was narrating the game and the action, which might be a good thing. I don't know. Sometimes I like to watch Magic videos without any sound. I could go back and try to narrate the game over the gameplay, and eventually I think I'll end up getting to that point. But right now, I just don't have the time to mess with video editing to that degree, and so I'll post the two videos of those or the videos of those two matches. They will not have sound, and again, I apologize. The wrap up, however, I'm redoing with the sound on, making sure that it is working. All right, so how did the deck perform? Overall we went 2-3, which is about our average with Dragons in Modern. Each match, however, felt just so close and so much fun to play, and it just seems like one draw here or maybe a slightly different line there, and we would have done a lot better. And this deck feels like it really has the potential to be a 5-0 even in a modern league. Unfortunately, the matches without the sound, you got to see some of the sweet synergies of the deck that I have not been able to show yet. Is specifically the power of Kiora, Behemoth Beckoner. At one point, I think we were able to blow up a Ghost Quarter. I think this was I can't remember, third match against Death and Taxes, the one that we had to get to win our third game against Death and Taxes, with the match on the line, and we were able to turn 3 blow up a Ghost Quarter with a Field of Ruin and still cast Questing Beast to put the clock on our opponent, who was super nice and very friendly, and a shout out to that opponent. So Kiora really just the rug that ties the room together. Very powerful, very synergistic. Love the card. I'm glad I got to show it off on video a little bit. Again, the deck felt great. I think it has a lot of potential. One thing I'll write an article on eventually is how this deck could be made a budget deck. I mean, it already is very close to being budget. The lands, the fetch lands, and the shock lands, and some of the sideboard are where the expensive cards are at. So I think if you're looking for a budget build in Modern that can be competitive, this is a good choice for you, and if you like Dragons as much as I do. The Delighted Halfling is a little pricey, but we can swap that out easy enough. And anyway, I'll save that for a different time. Questing Druid, that's what we were testing out in the build. Overall, I guess I'm just kind of a meh on it. The card draw is nice. We definitely were in a position to take advantage of that and close out games, even if we were unable to find more threats or lightning bolts or whatever when we needed them. The potential's there, and I really like that. The problem, I think, and why it's not so great in our deck is the second text box over here, where it grows itself with each blue, black, red, or white spell we cast. Well, the best way to take advantage of Questing Druid is to follow it up with a bunch of cheap 1 mana, 2 mana spells that are not green. And for us, we really only have Lightning Bolt. So most of our cheap spells that we're going to be able to play after the same turn we play Questing Druid are green, and so it's not going to grow it. I just don't think it's at its best in a deck like this. So we took out Red and 6 for it. I think Red and 6 is overall a more powerful card in our deck, giving us a little bit more removal and land recursion from the graveyard. Also, people want to kill Red and 6, so they may bolt it, and that will leave us with a Planeswalker or a Dragon. We did see our opponent counter the Questing Druid, I think more out of respect for the card than any sort of threat that it was from us. So anyway, it was fun. I'm definitely going to try it. I've already built a Jund Dragons deck that I'm going to start testing, and I'll put up some videos with the Questing Druid in it. I think there's a lot of potential for this card in a Dragon Shell. I just don't think it's at its best in our deck. Overall, I'm really happy with the build. I'll go back to my Red and 6 and add a Questing Beast, and I'll make a video of that for y'all. I think the sideboard was fine. Yeah, we got to play a lot of fun games, a lot of fun different decks. It wasn't just all Rakdos and Izzet, even though that was the first 3 matches. A Black, White, Death and Taxes, and then the Seismic Assault deck that, just was able to stick their combo pieces and get there. Such a close match. Anyway, really fun games, and I hope you enjoyed watching Dragons in Modern. This is Johnny Cycles with cyclesgaming.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.